About the proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was gonna propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. My dick! I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Lights. You were going to propose, you... a puppet.
Don't be so obtuse! Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love!
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too.
Exactly! Actually, I'm pretty sure that does mean his honor is looking a little less than honorable right now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your examination. Jailbait.
Aw, did you hear that? His sigh seemed a little wistful.
And pedophilic.
Like everyone in this case so far is a pedophile.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like with Ben, it is not necessarily split personality, he just doesn't get out of character. I don't think he actually wants to propose to Regina, it's just what he thinks Trilo would do.
It's hard to tell.
By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina. Of course that's what I meant! What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't gonna propose and become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it? That's the truth! What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull! The D! The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty!
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring!
Engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here.
Franziska's whip looks like it's just about to lash out on almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time.
Pain equals bad.
Pain equals bad, or push on anyway.
Push.
It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. Wait, what? The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being— OW!
I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring, I'd like to stick to the facts, not sociology.
Sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I'm not giving an engagement ring to Regina. An engagement ring. Uh-huh! It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass.
Damn it, I'm supposed to not say that as much.
Even more brilliant than the real thing! I think Regina is gonna love it. It's just a ring.
What's the matter, Nick?
Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a stupid question! You've gotta be kidding me! You think Ben could pull that off?
I'm sorry, really.
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right! I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica! When I get a hold of him, I'm going to saw his wood block in half, and not with magic! Well, I always say that love creates rivalries.
So what about this present?
So you are still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing! I'm not gonna give up that easily!
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus.
Probably way more than he deserves.
How about it, Nick?
I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck.
Uh-oh, the judge has a dazed look again. Maybe he should get out more. Alright. I think I'm supposed to give the ring, or like, present the ring on his last piece where he's like, I still have it or something?
Yep.
Okay, the music stopped. We're good. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something?
What is it?
What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah! That's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Ben really looks like he doesn't care.
I think he's trying just not to get slapped on the arm's way out.
Well, what's going on here?
That's... Ben, say something!
Eh? I am also now Canadian. Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo.
Punch. I found... Anyway, no. I found...
Everyone's a puppet.
I found this in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean they put money, like a bank vault?
Ah! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him!
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiance in my...
Fiats, I don't know.
Fiance in my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Oh, I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things. My gavel's looking shiny today.
Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you just say?
Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen after Max showed up in the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Pain noises.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove what important point? What point could that possibly prove?
Ben doesn't exercise enough.
Lots of snarky answers in this one, huh?
There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
It's so cold. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Slam, slam, slam.
Interesting, Mr. Wright.
Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him! No doubt about it! I saw that worthless liar!
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times, you'd think you know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, Stick Boy, and I'm sure it will change some more.
Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Okay, I thought that was a typo.
Exactly, Maya. Robo Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Contradiction detected. Response, yeah.
Witnessing Max.
Witness me!
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
They're pushing that symbols thing.
Yeah.
Also, you said
if I
Regina
recall,
again.
Sorry. I think it's just because of the accent I'm giving him. If I recall, also the reason they're pushing those symbols is for a joke later. So.
Oh, okay. So that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about punch, punch, punch. Hang on, I gotta punch this guy.
I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Witness me!
Alright, let's do this. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, you really think someone would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes! The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. Okay. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. I guess it makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. Alright. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you could do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, I'm no good at math!
It was 10:10 p.m.
Oh yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. Yeah, I think how it does, like when Ben looks away, you can actually see him moving his lips a bit.
Oh, does he?
Like when he turns to his right, he moves his lips slightly. Though when he turns to his left, he doesn't. So you testify that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo? You say good evening at night?
I'm sorry, Trilo.
Mr. Christ, I would prefer it if you kept your ventriloquist act outside the courtroom.
Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Nothing especially Trilo's evening greeting or Ben's half of the comedy act. Okay, I feel like none of these are what I should choose.
Why would he greet him when he got conked over the head with them earlier that morning?
Fair point. I'll try that at least. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him?
Woo!
It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers?
Well, if it were simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! That hurt!
Maybe you should think before having some... Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence?
Broken bottle. Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one.
Maya's getting a bit of Franziska's accent. Guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
So I'm supposed to present the broken bottle on that bit, I guess? Alright. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said. I told you already! Jeez! I am 100% absolutely sure!
There's no way he could be any more confident than that, right?
Yes, I did that on purpose.
Okay!
just for the hell of it.
Those three ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times he asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now! Silka! Cloak!
Cloak!
White roses!
Shut up, Dave.
Thank you very much! Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick?
We could shank him with that broken bottle. All we can do is try, right, Nick? We gotta have something that will prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work.
Are you not at work?
Secretly, I moonlighted, like, as a hot dog stand runner.
Larry is pleased.
Okay, so is this where I present the broken bottle? It kind of, like, I don't know, it just seems a bit weird.
I think so. I don't know what else to do.
Okay, apparently it works.
Woo!
Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? I have heard that apparently this case is known for having, like, weird leaps of logic, and so not a lot of people like it.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, though, that leap of logic does make sense. It's just...
You would only know it if you press, and it doesn't exactly expand on it where you know it immediately.
Yeah.
A fight.
A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal, it was just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Boom! Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There was absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There was no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Ah!
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
I'm fairly certain he definitely saw someone.
Yeah, so I think he saw a different person.
It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
The correct one.
Oh!
Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
But what?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica.
You know who he would always be cordial with? His boss.
That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You.
Will the defense kindly explain who it was that Trilo saw that evening, then?
I'm glad we had all this theorized out beforehand, otherwise we'd be stumped.
Yeah, I would have to be Russell. Because I still believe that he saw Russell. I'm just not completely sure if I just wasn't sure if that's what I should present here, though. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. How do I know this?
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. I need to update my shipping chart.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Boop. Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Order! How do you respond to this?
Wait a second! Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. Rabble.
I'm getting tired of saying Max's full name.
I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Who the fuck did he see? Of course, obviously witnessed a single wit. The problem is identifying.
I thought you were doing that as a replacement.
No,
So.
the problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, fabulous and personified, or the ringmaster, one Russell Berry Strawberry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone all together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. Steel cat, cloak, and white roses.
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
Oh, it's so cold. What?
Miss Von Karma,
What? I'm cold over here.
do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Yes.
What?
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes. I think we finally won a point in this one.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but...
But
who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximum Galactica responsible for this crime. I feel like doing her crisp accent actually makes me flub her lines less.
very well. This court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. To the slide!
To be continued.
Whee! Slide into the darkness.
I get the sandbox.
Good for you.